So let's take you through the starting grid for Mini and Mini Rookie, the round 1 final. On the front row, Michal Zayak will start from pole position. Oliver Warner will line up alongside on the front row. Nikita Lubimov and Jensen Chalk round out row 2. Vince van der Hollen and Majus Mazinas will be on row 3. Row 4, Jeff Verbeek and Victor Reut, with the following 2 drivers rounding out the top 10, Arthur Fero and Vic van Kampenhout. AJ Berggraaf and Jette Moonen complete row 6, with Ava Lawrence and Ivan Chanega rounding out row 7. Maria Roberto and Mini Rookie leader Ryan Rampadarath are on row 8, with Patrikos Jokius, who had a slight moment pulling away from the starting grid. Jack Freeman, Devrim Yater and Macandrea Casara completing the top 20. Rounding out the capacity 36 strong grid are as follows: Marco Plinter, Liam Hauger, Oliver Spencer, Pauline Van Preet, Andreas Jellerup, Tafin Iskanen, George Lobkis, Mia Zanki, Albert Fero, Rodrigo Carcaras, Jesse Moonen, Mikkel Grantins, Amelie Davy, Leon Hobos, Noah Stayhouder, and the last driver to make it through, Latvia's Joris Pluksner. Great to see a few more people jumping into the chat, including Rotax's Jen Wade, Richie Hubby cheering on Jack Freeman, and Rasa Patrikas Jokius' mum is also cheering on her son. So, 11 minutes plus an additional lap will decide the event winner for round 1 out of 4 for 2024 here at the Home of Champions. And it's an all Dan Holland Racing front row that will control proceedings into the formation and the 2x2 rolling start. Kelly Bartvert's also cheering on Vince van der Hollen, who starts on the inside of row number 3. The anticipation and the tension is building as the sun from up above in the skies is beaming down on our drivers. They are the stars of our show. Out of the final corner, they accelerate into the tram lines. Revs rise, lights are on, lights are out. The Mini and Mini Rookie final gets underway right now. Michal Zayak leads the way into turns 1 and 2 for the opening time. We have got a yellow flag at Marshall Post 1. One kart off the circuit. That is the 108 Devrim Yater. As it is definitely going to be a powder keg that could be lit very shortly, because now it's about for those that want to be on the podium. The top 5 in both classes will get some silverware to take home this weekend. And also the fact, looks like Nikita Lubimov is also getting some support in the chat as well. So Lubimov looks to have gotten up into second place ahead of Oliver Warner, as Michal Zayak leads the field into turn 1 and has the race lead, but Lubimov is trying to get through, but then Warner tries to reassert himself as Zayak leads after the opening lap. Lubimov second, Warner, Chalk, Berggraaf round out the top 5. And Lubimov has dropped to 4th ahead of AJ Berggraaf. Jensen Chalk now up into P3. And look at the line of Mini and Mini Rookie drivers, rounded out by the 152 of Maria Roberto coming through turn number 6. She's just behind Majus Mazinas from Lithuania. Off the Europalan they go through at turn number 7. As we have got yellow flags, and that is going to be towards turn number 10. Hang on, we could have. It is going to be full course yellow. I've just seen the first slow board come out, I think. Full course yellow. Race has been neutralised by race director Martin Leiner. So full course yellow, no overtaking permitted. Slow down, prepare to stop. So now the drivers will have to get into single file. The first yellow I saw was off of turn 8. So everything comes to a nigh on standstill. The timer will continue to count down. So race director Martin Leiner employing a full course yellow, neutralising the race. So looking at the drivers as they come through turn 6, it's Michael Zayak, Oliver Warner, Jensen Chalk. He'll be Nikita Lubimov, AJ Berggraf, Vince van der Hallen, Victor Reitz, Marius Mazinas, Maria Roberto and Jeff Verbeek, who will round out the top 10. But with this full course yellow, the flags will then be held out with a straight arm, as if to say we will be going green. But it is a full course yellow that has been employed. Not exactly sure the reason why. So the drivers now have the opportunity to conserve their tyres. So looks like we may be going green very, very shortly. Now as Martin Leiner, our race director, has the green flag in his hand. So, green flag racing resumes here in the Mini and Mini Rookie final. Mika Zayak doesn't get away as probably you might have hoped. It's a single file restart under these rules, and Victor Reitz has made an impact. Now up into 5th place. Some drivers going side by side, one going off at turn number 4, and that was the 124 exiting stage right. Arthur Farrow, who started all the way up into 9th position and has tumbled down the order. So we're now under the first full green flag racing lap after the full course yellow. And the top 3 cannot be separated. Zayak leads from Poland, then it's 2 from the United Kingdom. Oliver Warner, P2. P3, Jensen Chalk, Victor Reitz trying to go wheel to wheel with Nikita Lubimov as Warner pulls the trigger up the inside of Michael Zayak through at turn number 2 and retakes the race lead. And also in the meantime, Victor Reitz has got past Nikita Lubimov. Now Jensen Chalk up the inside of Michael Zayak through at turn number 6 onto the Europalan once again with just over 5 minutes and 20 still to go. So Jack Freeman has tumbled quite significantly down the order. The 193 from the United Kingdom, last year's Mini Rookie champion, all the way down in 31st place. He's dropped 13 places from where he started, which was 18th. But now Oliver Warner trying to break the deadlock, trying to pull a gap over Jensen Chalk as everyone is battling behind over the scraps on the dinner table. AJ Berggraf now finds himself down the order as Oliver Spencer getting side by side ever so briefly with Vince van der Hallen, and Marius Mazinas in the 151 manages to get through. Now into turn number 6. Mazinas looked for the inside move. In the mix there, you've got the 126 of Jeff Verbeek. I also spotted the 147 of Vic van Kampenhout. Nice little move by Maria Roberto up the inside of Marius Mazinas. Well, no, it wasn't. It was Oliver Spencer. My apologies there. Maria is just behind the 151 from Lithuania, but Oliver Spencer managing to get through at turn 7. Ryan Rampadarath is still leading the mini class. He's about 6 places ahead of the number 42 from the UK, Albert Farrow. As could be a change here for AJ Berggraf has got through on Maria Roberto. That is the change for 9th. But from 1st to 35th, folks, covered by 9.7 seconds as Jente Moonen gets up the inside of Vic van Kampenhout, who has got in front Marko Plinta from Latvia. But at the moment, Oliver Warner has got the lead. Right, time penalties coming in. 1:37 and 1:41. Well, the 1:41 is Ivan Černega, and the 1:37, George Lobkis. Both get a 3-second time penalty for breaking formation with 2 wheels out of the tram lines, and a wrong starting position 5-second penalty goes the way of Mikkel Grantins in the 1:33. Victor Reutz, in the meantime, isn't hanging about. He's got through on Jensen Chalk for 3rd. So Victor Reutz with 2.5 minutes to go. The young driver from Belgium with SP Motorsport nearly gets a little bit of a scare from the 164 from the UK. Victor Reutz, mechanic by Rick Houskens. But with just over 2 minutes to go, Oliver Warner is controlling proceedings. Michael Zajak is from the same team at Dan Holland Racing. As Jente Moonen is really starting to also try and get some moves done. Has gotten through on the 191 of Marko Plinta. So it looks like we're going to have 3 laps to go in this final. We're on to lap number 9. But the battle for P3 still very much up for grabs. But Victor Reutz is not satisfied, does not want to settle for 3rd on the podium, wants to go higher, wants to even hit the top step. But there's a couple of drivers in front, but he's going to have to battle with Michael Zajak. In the 184, representing Poland, and from the UK leading the way, Oliver Warner. So 2 laps remain. Lap 9 completed, lap 10 is underway. Victor Reutz now pulls the trigger and gets through on Michael Zajak, who instantly counterattacks and retakes 2nd. And Jensen Chalk trying to see if he can find a way past Victor Reutz for 3rd, but the 164 was denied on that part of the circuit. Not at turn 6, however. Victor Reutz loses out to Jensen Chalk, and with them now is Nikita Lubimov and Vince van der Hallen. So the timer is counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it, time's expired. 1 more lap remains. And out of turn number 11 comes the 123 of Oliver Warner from Dan Holland Racing. Michael Zajak holding on by next to nothing in the battle for P2. He's followed by the 164 of Jensen Chalk, with Victor Reutz in close proximity. Jensen Chalk and Michael Zajak fend off Victor Reutz, who looks for the outside move, but that's going to bring Nikita Lubimov back into play, along with Vince van der Hallen. Van der Hallen up the inside of the Estonian through at turn number 6. It's a frantic scrabble for the remainder of the podium. As round the outside at turn 7, Jensen Chalk, you absolute opportunist. Round the outside, not sure what happened with Zajak. He thought, well, Chalk isn't going to do it, and that's a spin around there for Oliver Spencer. Oh dear, real shame for the young Brit. But we're going to have our first event winner of 2024, and taking top honours, the 1:23. Oliver Warner wins in Belgium at Karting Genk and wins by nearly 1.6 seconds. You can see the frustration on Vince van der Hallen's body language, punching the right-hand side of the steering wheel in clear frustration. But Warner wins in Genk at the season opener in the final by nearly 1.6 seconds. And it's going to be a show of sportsmanship and a handshake between the two Dan Holland Racing drivers. And it's a 1-3 for the team. Jensen Chalk takes second ahead of Michael Zayak. Victor Reutz rounds out P4. Nikita Lubimov, Vince van der Hallen, AJ Berggraaf, Maria Roberto, Vic van Kampenhout, and Mayus Mazinas ran out the top 10. Patrikas Jokius, Jeff Verbeek, Ava Lawrence, Makandria Casada, and Yenthi Moonen ran at the top 15. Rodrigo Kakers up from 30th to 16th at the end, finishing ahead of Arthur Farrow. A real shame for Oliver Spencer. He was running a lot higher up the order, and he finishes 18th ahead of our first winner for Mini Rookie for 2024, Ryan Rampadarath in 19th, who finishes ahead of Pauline Van Preet, who rounds out the top 20. Ivan Chernega, Jack Freeman, Liam Hauger, Albert Farrow, Jesse Moonen, Tafin Iskanen, Marco Plinter, Devrim Mieta, Andreas Jellerup, George Lobkis, Leon Hobos, Amelie Davey, Mikkel Grantins, Noah Stehadder, and Juris Bluxner round out the 35 finishers, completing all 11 laps of racing, with Austria's Miyazaki finishing 1 lap down in 36th.